We are live. We are direct. London to Miami with Julie Reby Wise, who is a certified coach empowering women midlife to gain clarity, confidence, and purpose. She has now created a book to help women to reboot called the Midlife Reboot, which is right now awaiting release. When you're working with Julie, expect to step into your purpose. Expect to take the pivot. Expect to be uncomfortable stepping into new practical tools and transformations so your life becomes a carnival. From reinvention to alpha. Welcome, Julie Reby Wise in the building. Speak to me, sister. Hola, todo bien.
Thank you, Jay. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Wow. Your book is looking just so great. Did it take you a long time? The artwork is indelible. Tell me how long that took you to come up with.
Wow, I think it feels like I've been working on this book forever, but it's taken me about, I guess, a year
Okay, well
to
done.
put it all together.
Amazing. Let me know. Who do you like serving? I mean, let's drill down into midlife women, right? Because,
Yes.
yeah, so look, are they 40 plus, 7-figure, 6-figure? Like, who are they in terms of the people that you work with?
Mainly at 40s and above, professional women who are either empty nesters or on the cusp of becoming an empty nester, or just have reached the midpoint of their career and are wondering, is this it? Is this everything? Is this all I have? So I love to work with women who are ready to figure out what the next step is, but don't know how to start and understand that, it's a scary time, especially when your kids leave the nest, because you've been spending your life, taking care of them, doing their lunches, taking them to activities. Your calendar was always filled with their activities, their projects, and you tend to put yourself on hold. And even if you have a full-time job, like I've always had a full-time job, I'm a full-time lawyer also, but then that house becomes empty and you think, oh my gosh, is this it? Is this all there is? No, it's not all there is. It's time for you to focus on you and live your best life.
Amazing. And what specifically do you help people with?
I help them first. You go through a process. I mean, it's not an overnight thing. Obviously, you have to spend some time reflecting and looking backwards and saying, okay, what maybe did I always want to do? Maybe what did I put on the back burner? What's made me happy in my life? What's been a challenge and something I really don't want to repeat? I mean, the beauty of midlife and beyond is that you have all this wisdom and you've accumulated it over these decades. So you have a good idea of who you are. And while you may not be sure of your new purpose, because it's a myth that you only have one purpose in life. Your purpose changes depending on your circumstances. So it's going through a process of reflecting, refocusing on what you really want to do, then creating a plan to replicate it, replace the things that don't work with the things that do work, and figure out all the great things that you're going to do with your life. So that's the plan. And it's very exciting to watch women go through the transformation because you start not really sure what you want to do. And it's amazing how things evolve through journaling, through all this exploration of things that maybe you never even thought of and now became your story, which is sort of what happened to me. And so that's why I know it's possible.
Amazing. And how do you get visible to serve your people in terms of marketing? How do you market yourself to get visible?
Well, I'm working on that right now. And so I have Instagram and Facebook, but I also have a YouTube channel called Midlife Unleashed with Julie Wass, which has a lot of episodes. I try to upload one at least once a week if I can do that. And so there's a lot of that. I have a website, and also just through word of mouth, through talking to people, through speaking. I do speaking as well. I was speaking in Hollywood at the Top 100 Women in Power event in November. I will be giving a talk on the Midlife Reboot at the Women Thrive Summit in March. It's my talk is March 18th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And then I'm going to be also speaking at the Fearless Women's Summit in Charlotte, North Carolina on March 28th. So try to use those as my ways to get the word out. And hopefully with the release of my book, that will also promote this because I've also created a course that you can take that is modeled on the book so that the exercises that you do in the book you can now do in a course, and it also comes with a community that I call the Second Act Society, where I'll be going live every week or every other week, and hopefully to develop a community of women that are like-minded, and they can share ideas and share successes and failures and talk about it and in a safe space.
I love what you're doing. I love that you're going deep, Julie.
That's what I'm trying to do. Feel like if I can inspire one woman at a time to live their best life, I also feel very strongly that I want to create a legacy for my children. I have 3 adult sons, and it's very important for me that they see what I'm doing so that they understand when they get to midlife, it's not an ending, it's a beginning,
Wow, beautiful.
and that they don't have to worry about mom because mom's taking care of herself, but also just the idea that they know that you can do so many exciting things in the second half of your life that don't really have anything to do with maybe what you did in the first half of your life.
So I think it's tapping into purpose. There's a certain magic when you tap into purpose. People can see it,
Absolutely.
people can feel it. And especially in this age of AI and automation, I think connection, workshops, books, authenticity is 3 times, 4 times, 5 times more important, right, Julie?
Absolutely. You can doom scroll on social media and really, that can ruin your day very easily, very quickly. And if you come to the point in your life where you're just sitting on the couch doing that, it's a recipe for disaster in my opinion. And so you need to find things that bring joy to your life, that bring
Goodness.
meaning
Amazing.
and purpose,
Amazing.
so that you can move beyond and be grateful for the good things and the bad things because it's all a lesson. It's all what we're here to do.
Perfect. Let me know. It's called She Leads, She Sells. What are you doing to sell people onto your program? How are you enrolling? What does the server and sales process look like?
Okay. Well, there are a couple of ways. If folks want to buy my course, they can just go ahead and buy the course. I have a checkout page and then they can join the course and join the community. There's that way. I also offer a 30-minute discovery call so that I can sit and talk with folks about, where they are, what they want to do, whether they want one-on-one coaching. I also offer one-on-one coaching or the course, either way that they can move forward.
Amazing. I know you mentioned visibility, speaking, and things like this. What's the big plan for 2026?
My big plan is to do a lot more speaking engagements, to get on
Amazing.
podcasts. I really enjoy it and I enjoy connecting with people. And, to your point about AI and all of that, I think it's so important to speak directly to people and to have those conversations because it definitely brings you credibility. And, and I like to share my story and my background with folks so that hopefully I can be an inspiration as well to them as to what I've done with my life and how I was able to reinvent myself in midlife and beyond. And I think the way to do that truly is through that connection, through podcasts, through speaking engagements, through meeting with people and having those conversations.
Yeah, perfect. Love what you're speaking about here. My plan is to come out to the States for the Soccer World Cup.
Ah,
Yeah,
in Miami?
Miami, East Coast as well, East
Right.
Coast. But yeah, why not? I did a workshop out in San Diego maybe about 18 months
Beautiful.
ago. Yeah, I was in San Diego doing some workshops out there. And so this is the whole essence of life, right?
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And I hope to do a retreat also. I'm planning that as well. I want to see if, once I gather a community together, then invite them to a retreat so that we can actually spend some real quality time together. And I think by sharing, it's amazing what light bulbs can go on in people's heads that you may not have thought of before, but hearing from other women, knowing that you're not alone in the journey, it's so important.
Amazing. What potentially stops you? We all have blocks. I know for a long time my block was, hey, would people really work with me? Like, why would a woman work with me and not other women? Like, would they have that trust in me? So there was that imposter syndrome that came. And I overcame that by just staying authentic and realizing yes lives in the land of no. How about for yourself? Yeah.
I think there's a lot of that. I think it's not easy to get started. I think the idea, though, is to keep going, to push through that block, to say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And if I fail, I fail. And failure is just a lesson. It's not the end of the world. And so you try a different technique. And I think particularly um, at my age and, in the midlife and beyond age, you might be a little less fearful of doing those things because you've had such life experience before and you may be more daring to do it. But I totally hear you about the imposter syndrome. Yes, I think we all look at ourselves sometimes, especially when we're trying something new and say, well, is this real? Is this me? I certainly have had that experience with my art and exhibiting in galleries all over the world and think that's wow, I have no training as an artist. Why did they ask me to be in the galleries? So it's you have to believe in yourself and you have to just trust that there's a greater purpose out there for all of us. And failure is not the end of the world and stumbling's not the end of the world. And you just pick up and try a different method, try something new and give it a try.
100%. Are you also a model or
No.
no? Because like in terms of in the banner from reinvention to author, like you're dressed like a model. Like honestly, yeah.
No, I've never been a
That
model, but
could be
thank
an
you.
additional income stream for you, so take it from me, it looks pretty good to me.
Thank you. I never ever considered it. Nobody ever suggested
Hey,
that for me, but
just give me 10, I'll be your agent, just give me
okay.
10%,
Okay.
10 or
No
15,
problem.
you
Done.
know, I will make that happen.
That's great.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you read? Like right now, I love tucking into this book here, just talking about impossible goals, setting impossible goals.
Yeah.
So there's one or two paths that can lead to that goal rather than 100 paths leading to a mediocre goal.
Right.
How about yourself? It's like, what are you reading right now to really feed your mind and keep you refreshed?
Well, I'm not reading anything at this particular moment, but I do follow a lot of like I see Let Them. I've read a lot of Mel Robbins books. That's behind you, and I follow Brendan Burchard very closely and listen to his Growth Day app all the time, and he's very inspirational and that's how I became a certified high performance coach through his High Performance Institute. So
Amazing.
I try to follow that and whenever I can, try to read as much as I can and educate myself and inspire myself. There's so many amazing people out there that have a great story to tell, and I think when you hear that, it inspires you to say, "Oh, what about me? Why not me?"
100%. How would you like to be remembered? I mean, I know you speak about your sons and yeah, like they're not learning from what you say, but they're learning from seeing what mommy is doing in that regard. Yeah, what's the legacy you want to leave on this earth, Julie?
I want to leave a legacy that I was undaunted by life. Had
Yes,
a
you
lot
are.
of struggles and undaunted in my pursuit of being the best person that I can be, being very grateful for everything that every good, every bad in my life has all been an incredible journey. And my legacy would be that I never gave up. I kept trying. And if I can inspire one person, if my children can say, well, mom was pretty cool after all, that's what I want. I want to be remembered for being very grateful for my life and for pursuing everything that I could do to help other people. That is paramount to me is helping other people.
100%. Thanks for sharing. And let me know in terms of, I know we look at leadership, last question here. What does leadership mean for you? For me, leadership is definitely self leadership.
Uh-huh.
It starts with being self-led because we can't dream to lead others if we are not setting that example, just like you're setting your shining example by authoring and stepping into your power. Your embodiment is incredible. But what does leadership mean to you, Julie?
Leadership means, and I hate to use the word authentic, but because it seems so overused now, but I think part of being a good leader is showing the good and the bad, being honest about the struggle, being honest about the victory, being honest about the whole journey,
Amazing.
and leading by that example that it's okay. I think when you lead others and you're honest and you're forthcoming and you admit your mistakes, other people can say, wow, well, okay, she's not perfect. So maybe I can do it too. And I think it's really important to do that and to lead others in a very authentic, clear, compassionate, empathetic way.
Amazing. Let them know how they can get in contact with you, grab the book, like
Okay.
when it's out, and all of the things. Speak to me, sister.
Well, the book will be on Amazon. It's called The Midlife Reboot. I already have a morning journal called Unstoppable Mornings that I published on Amazon, and you can find it there too. It'll take you through a whole routine that you can do first thing in the morning. They can also find me on my website, juliewass.com. I do have a link tree that's Julie Reby Wass, Julie underscore Reby underscore Wass. If you know what Linktree is, you can just look up Linktree, and I have all my links on there. They can find me on YouTube at Midlife Unleashed with Julie Wass, and on Facebook at JR Wass, and Instagram, julie.wass. And they can also email me. I'm happy to take emails. Julie at juliewass, JULIEWAAS.com. So please feel free to email me. And if you want to set up a time to talk, I can send you the link to my calendar, and
Amazing.
we can go from there.
Wow. One of the most stylish coaches. I've seen that yellow number that you've got as well. That yellow, like you got these in all sorts of colors: yellow, red. What else you got? You got blue, sister. You got blue.
Yeah,
You got
yellow,
purple.
blue, and red. Those are my brand colors. I'm
My
not
word,
wearing the yellow
you are
today, unfortunately.
100%. That's the embodiment of this lady. She is here. She leads. She is selling. Judy Wass in the building. God bless you, Judy. God bless the United States of America. She leads. She sells. Judy Wass in the building. That's it. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you, Jay. This was wonderful.
And God bless you. That's it. That's truly it.